Right, welcome ladies and gents. Let's have a really important conversation about how people have forgotten where and how they've got their sort of start in life. We started to see it happen a lot with British comedians, believe it or not. Andrew Boyle, whatever his bloody name is. Absolute douche canoe now. Literally saying you can't say anything offensive as a comedian. Well, that's nonsense, isn't it? Let's be honest. When you literally said things which were incredibly offensive. And that's how you became where you are today. People often forget how they rose to fame. Now, Peter Dinklage is one of those people that has now done exactly that. He has taken roles specifically for, well, I think the correct term is dwarfism community. I don't know the correct term, okay? I'm sorry. But I'm literally reading it, members of the dwarfism community, so whatever. I'm guessing that's probably PC. I don't know, I don't want to offend anyone. But he has taken roles specifically for that. Hasn't he? Now he recently put Disney on blast for their Snow White adaptation, saying, why are you making a bunch of dwarfs appear in Snow White? You know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh, absolute backwards, blah, 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 blah. And now Disney have responded by basically saying, oh, we'll change that then. So, Peter, mate, you've probably taken roles away from the dwarfism community. What are you doing? You idiot. You absolute idiot. And aren't we, bombarded by rhetoric of only a gay person can play a gay man, or, a gay. Only a trans person can play a trans person. So surely only a dwarf can play a dwarf. I mean, what? What world am I living in? You have it one way, then you can't have it another? Like, this is progressivism gone mad. I would love to hear what Warwick... It is Warwick Davis, isn't it? What his opinion on all this is. Because he's, he literally plays a leprechaun. I mean, if he was that offended, he wouldn't be playing the leprechaun, would he? For goodness sake. So, let's dive into this, ladies and gents. Disney has responded to Peter Dinklage's Snow White live-action criticisms. Honestly, I cannot believe that this is the case. You'd have thought, ladies and gents, someone like Peter Dinklage, who has made... He's a millionaire out of playing what he is. You know, he's small in stature. Okay, I mean... but he's a good actor. But he's not being hired just because he's small. He's being hired because he's small and a good actor. So he's the best fit for the role. Fuck me. He's literally taking jobs away from people. Do you remember, there was a time when, feminists were do you remember they got rid of grid girls? You know, all those models that hang around, motorsports. They got rid of them hot women because a bunch of feminists didn't like it. Look, love, no one's asking you to get your ass out. You don't want to. Why take the job from someone else that wants to? That actually enjoys their job. I'm so baffled by all of this. Absolutely baffled. Anyway, so Disney on Tuesday responded to recent harsh criticisms made by Peter Dinklage about the upcoming live-action remake of Snow White. The Emmy-winning Game of Thrones star was a guest on Monday's episode of Mark Maron's What the F podcast, where he blasted the announced film based on the 1937 animated classic. After noting the casting of West Side Story breakout Rachel Zegler, Dinklage told Maron, "Literally, no offence to anyone, but I was a little taken aback when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that effing backwards story about seven dwarfs living in a cave together. What the F are you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? I guess I'm not loud enough." Mate, you're taking jobs from people. You idiot. So Disney attempted to set the record straight following the remarks. To avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film, we're taking a different approach with these 7 characters. There you go. Different approach with these 7 characters. And have been consulting with members of the Dwarfism community. That's why I said Dwarfism community, because I don't really know what's PC. We look forward to sharing more as this film heads into production after a lengthy development period. I really hope they haven't removed the 7 dwarves, because that's good paid work and it literally could be the start of someone's career, couldn't it? And this absolute little cretin has just potentially ruined that for people. What? So still years from release, Snow White will have cultural consultants just like other live action films such as Aladdin and Mulan. The film has been in development for 3 years. The studio has been reimagining the dwarf characters since the earliest stages. So there you go, might not even be dwarves. So there you go, Peter, mate. Well done. Joining Zegler in the live action feature are Tony Award winner Andrew Burnap and Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot as the evil queen. That could be quite interesting. Mark Webb is directing the retelling. Mark Platt, the Oscar-nominated producer who worked on the live-action rendition of The Little Mermaid for the studio, is producing. They're putting a lot of faith in that Little Mermaid producer, aren't they? I just, honestly, like, it is beyond... I just don't understand. You've taken hard-earned dollar. You've taken money, Peter, specifically for playing roles that you got because you're small. I don't want to be insensitive, but if you were really that, pent up about it, you wouldn't have taken the money. And there'll be loads of people that go, well, but he's got to take the money so he can advance the cause. What's wrong? We live in a world now where literally only a gay man or a gay woman can play a gay man or a gay woman, right? Only a trans person can play a trans character. This is the world we live in. So what? I'll do it. I'll play the dwarf. I'll tie some bloody shoes to my knees, mate. I'll walk around on my knees. Give me the money. You don't want to give it to people? Like, what? It doesn't make any sense. It's so strange. The mentality of these people. And he even notes it. He's like, oh, you're progressive in one hand, but then you're on another. It's like, how progressive do you want to be? Dwarfs are getting jobs, right? Dwarfism communities getting jobs. That's great. That's great. They're being recognised for their acting prowess. That's great. Anyway. There you go. People need to understand and remember where they come from. It's really important. Otherwise you look like an idiot. Let me know what you think down below. Cheers. Take care.